This is a Neve 1073 OPX that we're using currently with RE20s through a Universal Audio UA Apollo 16 Mark II, I think it is, that I just got. And love, by the way, big improvement, because I had an Orion interface, which was great, but it wasn't. I think those are more for like live sound, and what I'm doing isn't live sound. It's studio stuff. So I've been really happy with the UA.
Yeah,
like, really happy with it.
I mean, and I think they're gonna be a sponsor of the podcast soon. So I'm glad.
That'd be great.
Yeah,
dude, pick one up. Actually, they have the kind of 2-channel little interfaces, and I think they have really nice mic pre's. And I mean, I don't. You could like A/B the two with the Focusrite, but I don't think they're that much.
okay.
But they've quickly become my favorite, and I think Neve makes a 2-channel one too, which would be really nice. Probably be nicer than the UA for mic pre's. But I don't know. Depends. It's all personal preference.
We'll get in contact with them and then we'll see what they say. But number 5.
Number 5?
Number 5.
This is the fifth one?
This is the 5th one.
Whoa, crazy.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Well, I'm always stoked. And the shirt I wear all the time.
I appreciate it. I
Yeah.
gotta make some new shirts.
Well, because usually I'm just hanging out at home, and I just like being comfortable, and it's just a big, comfortable shirt.
Yeah.
Gotten more into just trunks and a shirt. It's kind of all I wear. So
Are
it's
you?
hard to
Yeah,
go
you're
out.
more of a shorts guy now.
In summertime, yeah,
Yeah.
and in wintertime, I guess. But I just kind of throw something on.
Right. Do you perform in shorts ever, or is it always pants and shorts rather than shorts?
I have performed in shorts. Like we played Virginia Beach once, and I think I performed in shorts. I have I have weird rules when it comes to. Okay, I'm not gonna ever wear shoes and socks and shorts. All I'll ever wear
I feel
shorts
like we've
is sandals.
gone
Yeah,
over this before.
but I'll never wear sandals with pants. So
Yes.
I have broken that rule sometimes, occasionally though. But for the most part, I don't go to restaurants in sandals. I'll never wear sandals on a skateboard and not in pants. Those are my guidelines. Around the house, if I'm wearing pants, I'll throw in sandals, I guess. But like, man, going out in public like that, I don't think so.
Yeah.
So yeah, I've probably worn shorts while playing, but I probably played barefoot or wore sandals.
Yeah. Well, and that's the thing, is that you're behind a kit, so you're not like standing there, which
Yeah.
kind of changes it a little bit.
Oh yeah. I think I went through a little bit to where I played barefoot for a while. I don't know. There's just some like a confidence thing about it that when I started first getting back into playing drums, vaguely remember something like that, but it's not the case anymore.
You know Tim Hellman from Flatworms and the OCs?
Yeah.
He plays bass, obviously, always barefoot,
Cool.
like grounding.
That's cool.
It's awesome. That guy's the man.
Yeah. That's everyone's got their thing. I'm not I think it's cool, whatever people got to do. It's like performing can be stressful.
Yeah. And I mean, he's so good, and he's playing such hard stuff barefoot. It's crazy.
That's awesome.
It's so rad. So I saw him on Saturday of the Happy Sundays
Cool.
this year, and
Very
that was
cool.
rad. See him at Port City, I think.
Oh
Flatworms.
yeah, they play Port City.
Oh, amazing set.
I didn't make it down there. How was that stage?
Dude, it was great. It was fantastic. It was really really awesome to see them, and it sounded really good.
Cool.
And sometimes I think like it's not going to sound good when I see like stuff outside, but always, every time I see people affiliated with Happy Sundays outside, it's always good. Which all of them, for the most part, besides like Alex's, I guess.
Yeah. Sweet.
And, yeah.
Yeah, they're all outside. Oh, except for Compound this year.
And Compound, yeah. And that's no longer here, huh?
Nope. They closed the week of. So
Yeah.
the week leading up, along with all the other crazy stuff that was happening leading up to it. We see on the internet the compound is closing, and we're like, dude, like there was a venue closing. Is because it's like, okay, we had Tim Kasher booked there. We had there was bands that were supposed to play, but they opened for the day and it was cool.
They did, yeah.
Yeah.
Alice Sandall.
Alice played.
Yeah.
I played with Julia and Kareem, and Norman Woods played.
With like Compound, for example, leaving, it's difficult to see that, right? And since you've been in Long Beach, how many things have you seen change from this to that, or just straight up closure of some places that you're like, oh man, that was a cool spot, and now it's no longer there?
Compound is a really cool spot. They do like a art. They had like an art gallery. They had a restaurant. It was really nice. And every show that I've ever been to there was just super nice. It's a very kind of Euro vibe going on over there. They're closing, which kind of, it sucks, but hopefully the place is still, they're not like tearing it down. Whoever they sell it to, I hope keeps it as something. It's a great location, a great spot. It sounds really good in there.
It does.
So it's like, yeah, maybe Compound is closing, but the building is still there. And it'd be really cool if someone, because this area has really come up. Like, we bought this place in 2016, and since then we've noticed a lot of changes.
It's been that long. It's been 9 years.
Yeah.
Wow.
So it's been 9 years, and 9 glorious years. And so, yeah, we'll see what happens next. I mean, there's a lot of new stuff happening, and some stuff closes. I mean, that's just the way it goes. Like, stuff changes, you know. We don't know what the future of Happy Sundays is. I don't know if we're going to be able to do it anymore, or we might take a year off. That's all kind of up in the air. You know, stuff just changes.
Yeah. How was this year's festivities?
The fest went great. Like, it was a perfect event. It was packed all day. Everyone was stoked. Everyone was super laid back, which is exactly what I would expect from Long Beach, the chillest city in the world. And everyone was really pumped, and like LeShock played, and there was, you know, just a lot of people. They're like, oh, I haven't seen this guy in like 25 years.
Around the whole block.
Yeah, lying around the block.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that was really cool. And yeah, the weather was hot, but I think that worked kind of in the favor of the festival, because it was like, it was just kind of mellowed out the whole thing.
Yeah.
And Jim put shade all over the parking lot. Jim from Bamboo Club.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
So that was really nice.
That was nice. That big tarp tent thing.
Yeah, yeah. And I didn't go to Port City, like I said, but I heard that was just awesome. It was, I don't want to say anything ever really goes wrong, but like, it was the first year where it was like, all right, I don't think anyone had any sort of like notes of like, we need more security. We like next year, maybe more security. Next year we should do this different. It's like, this was like it's like everyone it finally kind of clicked with everybody, because we've been doing this 9 years, and it finally kind of clicked into place, and it's like, all right, this was really cool, and we're really happy about that. So leading up to it though, it was a little bit of a drag, because 2 weeks beforehand, I got typhus from a bunch of kittens. So like, our neighbor took in some kittens, stray kittens, and a mom, and she was out of town, so we were kind of going over there checking on them, feeding them, and one day we looked, and we noticed they were just covered in fleas. I'm like, okay, well, what do we do? Like, figured out, talked to some vet friends. They're like, oh yeah, the fleas can lead to anemia, and it can kill them because they don't have much blood. So we're like, all right, we got to take care of these things. They were too young to do flea meds, so did a flea bath. I was the one in charge of holding the kittens in the water for 2 or 3 minutes.
To like delouse them or
yeah,
whatever.
because in Dawn, Dawn kills fleas.
I thought that those only worked on ducks.
It's good for degreasing ducks in oil spills in the Gulf of Mexico, whatever that Gulf is.
Yeah.
The Gulf, when the oil spills in the Gulf, and good for killing fleas on kittens. So, but they don't go quietly. And apparently one of them that was not too stoked on getting killed bit me and had typhus. So,
and for the people that don't know what typhus exactly is,
typhus is it's a medieval disease that 30 people in 2025 in LA County have gotten. Me being the 31st person in the 9.5 million population of LA County, number 31. And the problem with, and so it's like an old disease that vets know about, and get the vaccines for and everything, but regular population doesn't. Let's say it didn't come up when we went to urgent care.
Mm-hmm.
Like, we're sitting in urgent care because we went to a show the night before, the night that I came down with symptoms. We went to a show and we ran into our friend there, and he was like, "Go and talk to me. I'm sick." You know, we assumed it was COVID.
Yeah.
And we're like, "All right, no problem." So then when we came back, and I started just like going downhill, and we thought it was COVID. So I was like, "Oh, it's no problem. It's just a really bad headache, and COVID's weird. You know, it's always kind of different, and it's. How have you had COVID?
No.
I've had it maybe like 3 times.
Man. But it was always different.
It was kind of always different. So like, you're like, this is kind of strange. Feels a little like it feels like kind of metallic or something. It's got this like, it has a real like kind of man-made
element
thing to it. Yeah, like you get the flu and it's like, okay, this is the flu, but you got the COVID. It just feels different.
Mm.
So this was like, this is weird, but I feel like it was COVID because it's different. Like, it doesn't feel like anything I've ever had before, and therefore I thought it was the unpredictable COVID.
Right.
Because there's no whatever the hell's going on with that thing. So I wasn't worried. So then we went, a couple days later, it was getting worse. Went to the urgent care. They tested me for COVID, nothing. They tested me for the flu, nothing. They went. I went and got blood test, urine test, CAT scan, and
no pun intended.
Yeah, exactly. And it wasn't a stroke. It wasn't an aneurysm. So we were like, dude, this is crazy. And
progressively, are you feeling worse and worse at this point?
Yeah. It was man. Like the headache. I was totally incapacitated. Like I couldn't function. It was like, imagine what like a medieval plague would be like.
Yeah.
And that was that. So it just felt like my brains were getting like drilled. Like they ask you like scale of 1 to 10, and it sounds like I'm complaining right now. I'm not. It's just kind of descriptive. Like,
no, I asked. Man.
Yeah, like, so it's like I was thinking about pain, and it was like, okay, there's pain where you're like getting physically like you're like getting like your arms or legs sawed off.
Mm-hmm.
And that's pain because there's a saw, cutting you fucking up, bones open. But this was like just a headache that was so extreme,
like a migraine almost. You think?
I don't know what a migraine feels like, but if it's anything like this, then those people deserve the days off. If they like, I don't know. Whatever this was like so far beyond anything I've ever experienced before. And I've had some bad headaches, like, but yeah, so the doctor thought it was just like a viral infection. He's like, all right, well, cause it was a different doctor cause we got there like 1, and then by the time the shift changed later, it was a different doctor that looked at the results and was like, well, here's some, what are those things called? Anti-inflammatories. Take some Tylenol and come back in a few days if it doesn't go away. So, turns out, while this was happening, Julia had to deal with some trolls, which was terrible for her. So Julia like took
the reins this year.
Took the reins and just pulled the thing off the last couple weeks, big time. I mean, Jess helps as well. Like Jess does a lot of work, just like as also, but.
Yeah, it's the three of you.
It's the three of us,
the core of this whole, the backbone of this festival.
Yeah. And but alongside taking care of me, which we didn't know what was going on, and she was ready to just cancel this thing, like because what was she gonna do?
It's
like
a lot of things to juggle at the same time.
It was too much, and she pulled it off. She did like all the graphic design, stayed up all night. It was she just really stepped it up, and I can't emphasize how much she pulled through, and anyone that enjoyed the fest should give her a big round of applause.
Yeah. So all this is leading up to Saturday and Sunday this year.
So we ended up the only reason that we found out I ended up being fine like the day before, because we figured out, well, this is where things get a little weird, because there was a problem with the festival, just an issue. And so Juliet talked to Jim from Bamboo Club, Jim Ritz, and she explained what was happening with me. And he goes, dude, my friend's kid had the same symptoms and ended up being typhus. And he spent like weeks in the hospital and had like organ failure. So like he went through way worse and way longer than I did, but he was able to point that out. And we were like, oh my God, because we found like a couple times, it's weird we didn't put this together. I think we just got sidetracked because we thought it was COVID.
Mm-hmm.
There was like stories saying, hey, there's a typhus uptick in typhus cases happening right now, which is
in
crazy.
Long Beach, right?
In Long Beach, yeah. Because it's a port city and stuff comes over in the port from everywhere. I think typhus is more common in other countries, and it happens. There's animals on those ships. There's stuff on the ships.
Yeah.
It's all cargo. It's all coming here. So it only makes sense.
A lot of cats that reside in the city. Anyways.
A lot of cats. We figured it out. It was figured out for us, or whatever happened, and I ended up being back on my feet like 2 days before.
So Thursday.
Yeah. So
okay.
Around Thursday. But from the 8th until the 21st, I was
out of commission.
Totally toast. And I don't take that kind of, like, I'm pretty good at powering through stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But this was not.
And you're always a person who's doing something too, whatever it may be. So that must have been very hard for you to just not be doing anything.
It was
during that time.
It was, I couldn't even think about it, because I couldn't think about anything but just every breath was a struggle. And like, it was, I all I could do. And it sucked because they said like the only thing that helped was Advil. It took it from a fucking whatever down to at least manageable. I could actually kind of walk. But they said don't take Advil because there's a chance it'll make your brain bleed. I was like, dude. God. So I had to take Tylenol, which did nothing. So yeah, it was tough.
Man. Yeah, that's rough, dude.
It was, yeah, it's fucking good. So so yeah, that was Julia pulled it off, and thank you, Julia. Thank you, Jess. Thank you, everyone that.
And Jim too.
And Jim pulled it off. He booked Saturday, at his place, and that just ruled. And then Sunday had a different vibe. It was really fun. And yeah, overall, I give it a 10 out of a 10.
Yeah.
We had a really good time. So, but I'm not sure what the future holds. I mean, the thing about this is that we're not, just the nature of it being free, and any money we get, we really want to try to make it good. Because really, we don't really make any money off this. This isn't like a cash grab or anything. This is just community service. Like, we're trying to promote the area, promote music, promote the bands, promote the city, and so it's not like a sustainable thing. So if we do it again, we might take a year off to kind of regroup. Just because this one was just traumatic.
It's very difficult.
It worked out, but we had a lot going against us. But we had a lot going for us. Like everyone, the community really stepped up and supported us, and that was really nice. Like the trolls tried to do some damage, harass the sponsors, and no one believed it. No one believed anything they were saying, threatening them, and there it could have been really easy for anyone to be like, we can't do it, like, give in, but no one did. Everyone said, yeah, we're not gonna give in, and that was really nice to hear. So, and it was really awesome. We got a lot of support, and yeah.
Why do you think that is that there are these trolls or people that are spreading this misinformation about whatever it is about the festival, or slandering it?
I think it goes a lot kind of deeper than just like what happened to us. It's like and this is what I'm really curious about. I'm not really curious what like adults think about misinformation. I know what adults think about misinformation.
They make it pretty well known.
Yeah, they know what they know, and what they know is the truth. Depending on what you're watching or what you're listening to, and I know this is said a million times, but everything just caters to what you think.
Your echo chamber.
Yeah, the news business is giving you what you want to hear. But there's a new kind of thing with the whole AI thing coming up, and what it can do to create any sort of images or video or audio. What I'm really curious about is like what the kids think. Like, what do the kids think about the situation? Not the situation, but like the time that they're growing up in. Are they just going to see something and take it for face value and react to it, or are they smart enough to maybe take a step back and be like, this seems off? You know how you can like see an AI generated video or image and you're like, it looks real, but there's something about it.
I mean, you and I can, but some people can't.
Some people can't.
And I'm gonna speak for myself here. I'm sure that I was tricked by an AI at some point, and I just didn't realize it.
Yeah, it's.
And I'm not saying that I'm impervious to this either.
No.
Yeah.
I don't think anyone is, but that's why I'm curious about like what the kids think about AI stuff, like AI music, and I'm not too worried about. My biggest concern with AI is that it's not that it's gonna like make music or make art or make movies or steal people's jobs or whatever. That's not my concern. My biggest concern about it is that people are gonna use it to spread lies, very believable lies, and that I don't really know how to like. I don't know. I don't know what to say about that, but I'm just curious as to what kind of the consensus is among the kids that are coming up right now, because they're the ones that are going to have to deal with it. Like, anyone can say anything about any of them on the internet and destroy their life. Like, that's happened to a lot of people that I know. Things were said, and it even if they're like in the same band, like they get caught up in it, they get associated with it, and people take that and they run with it for some reason. I'm just curious as to what the kids think, like if they would see that and say, no, that's bad, or that's good, or everyone deserves this,
How do you think you'd be looking at it if you were 15, 16 years old now?
Well,
in the year of 2025, with all this coming up now,
I think the world operates on pendulums. It's everything. There's one thing that we kind of realized, Julia and I did in 2020, is that everything has, and this is the equal and opposite reaction thing, like everything that happens has an equal and opposite reaction. So someone says something, someone's going to come back and say the fucking whatever they think the opposite of that is. It's just going to go like that. Parents, hardcore Republican parents are going to have super liberal kids, just generally. You name it. Like, I like dogs, oh, I like cats. And people have this like super binary thing. I'm not saying everyone does, but it's just a pendulum. Some people are drawn to certain behavior, and some people are repulsed by certain behavior and want to do the exact opposite. I was more of a repulsed kid, where I saw stuff and didn't want any part of it, and I rejected more than I accepted. So I think that I don't know what I would have thought of AI. I think I would have been over it. I think I would have wanted to know if what I was looking at was AI. But that's kind of what we're doing as well. Like Julia's album that is coming out pretty soon, we just got some in there. We put a certified AI free thing on there. It's saying no AI was used.
Promo sticker.
Yeah, like no AI was used, just out of consideration.
That's good. By the way, sugaring a strawberry.
Yeah.
That's the
sugaring a strawberry. Julia coming out, Suicide Squeeze Records and Happy Sundays Records.
Oh, right on.
It's a collaboration between the two.
That's great.
Yeah, because David Dickinson rules, and
which is the head of
owner of
Suicide Squeeze.
He's super helpful, great dude.
Yeah.
So
heard nothing but nice things about him.
Oh yeah, he's the best. If you're listening, David, you rule.
I hope he listens.
I hope so.
Yeah.
So yeah, we feel that it's important to know what you're consuming. Mm-hmm. It's like, you want to know if something's vegan, you want to know if something has preservatives or trans fats or whatever. You should know if AI was used in the lyric writing, or if people use one of these AI programs to come up with a bass line, because that does exist. Like,
do you think people are doing that right now, like established bands pre-AI?
Yeah, I think that a lot of people are, and it's not like I'm saying like don't do that. I'm just saying we don't do that. Yeah.
And that's that. I mean, and I'm gonna say that's the way I would want it.
Yeah.
No AI used.
Yeah, exactly. And I think if you're using AI, that should be something that is like apparent. Like, this is AI. Like, I used AI to write some of these lyrics. I used ChatGPT to write some of these lyrics or whatever. I've never used ChatGPT.
Me neither. I don't intend to.
I don't care. It's not a skill that I want. I think I would use it if I had a job where I was a content creator and had to come up with like music and images and all this stuff for like some company. And they had their certain thing, and because having to be creative all the time, if you can have a shortcut to it, like AI, like, I don't think it's the best thing ever, but I could see how people could utilize it for some sort of thing, for a fucking, like Petco. You know what I mean? Like, hey, we need Petco fucking content. So, dog, cat thing, that, make it happen every day. It's like, okay. Nothing against Petco, but I just kind of use that as an example. It's like corporate. We have friends that went corporate, and it's a weird thing. Corporate is different. It's a different mindset. And I think the thing about it is you get away with as much as you can, doing as little as possible, or something like that. I don't know.
In some cases, yeah.
Yeah.
Or I mean, and they can be found outside of a corporate situation as well. I mean, you always see people trying to do the most minimal amount of effort for the most amount of bucks.
Yeah. Which everything's getting increasingly convenient. You know, we're slowly turning into the Wall-E spaceship or Wall-E movie. I don't know where I was going with this, but it's important to know what you're putting in your mind as well as your body, because people copy things. Like, one thing that I've noticed as well in the last few years is trends, and like how many people say fam anymore. Like, that came and went. And how did that happen? Because people just copy it and copy it. And you see something and you're gonna involuntarily almost imitate it if you see it enough. It's just the way that people are wired. And it's all just a big kind of mass hysteria that we call society, where everyone's just copying each other and thinking that what they're doing is the right thing to do, or based on everyone else doing it. Saying fam is a perfect example of that. I got nothing against fam, but it came, and I don't really hear it too much anymore.
Yeah.
So
that's the interesting thing about lexicon, is that it comes and goes. Slang.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it that's just a prime example. It's like you were saying, like food trends is another one. I can name plenty of, like, Atkins diet, or like the maple syrup lemon water only for fucking 10 days thing, cayenne pepper that people did, or whatever you're saying. People are just like not eating or drinking anything.
Yeah. The no water, no food diet, which apparently cleanses the cancer cells or something. I don't know.
Something. I mean, you know, that's what I might be wrong, but that's what Ramadan is, right? You don't eat anything from sun up to sundown.
Mm-hmm. And break it with the dates and
break
water.
Well, yeah, but you plan on eating. So, like, it's a thing people do, go without, Lent. People give up something, I don't know.
What did you give up this last Lent?
Oh, I'm not a religious dude. I don't give anything up.
You picked stuff up for Lent. You picked
I indulge in things that I normally wouldn't.
Oh, that's wild. Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna. Again with that rejection thing. But you see what I mean? Like, that's the pendulum. Like, oh yeah, fuck Lent. I'm gonna fucking, I don't know, eat chocolate every day or something. In spite of what you see happening. So that's the exact same phenomenon, is what I'm saying. Like Satanism is a response to Christianity, and would it exist independent on its own without Christianity? You know what I mean?
Pendulum.
The pendulum, everything. So I notice it with myself all the time. Like you said, I'm gonna fucking drink whipped cream out of the thing for Lent, but it's like, well, why would you do that? Just because, I don't know, it's something.
By the way, when's the last time you did that? Straight whipped cream out of the...
Straight out of the thing?
Yeah. Straight out of the canister.
Good question. It's been a while.
I'm glad that was the first good question.
No, a lot of good questions. Another good question. I don't know. It is fun to do. I think the last one we did that with was, like, we got some, like, coconut one, and like vegan coconut kind of I'm not vegan, but like Julia's dairy free. Yeah. So we got like a dairy free coconut thing, and I remember it not having as much power or last long. Like the nitrous oxide or whatever ran out before the whipped cream or whatever did.
Right. So it's just in there.
It was just in there. Oh. You couldn't get to it.
Oh, that's kind of disappointing.
It's annoying. Yeah.
Yeah. Going back to Happy Sundays, though, I mean, of course, this was a stressful year, but every year has its obstacles that you have to face, like whether it be, oh, this person didn't show up, or this person, whatever it may be. But every time I see you during Happy Sundays, you always have a very cool and composed composure, I guess. Does it not stress you out in the moment while you're dealing with it, or do you just you just don't show it, or what is that? Because every time, something could be going awry and I don't know about it, and it's just like you're like, yeah, oh, nah, it's cool. Like you're just very mellow.
Well, I try not to freak out, but also there was nothing to freak out about. If things are happening the day of the fest, like you're gonna freak out before the fest, and you're gonna solve the problems beforehand. And if something isn't taken care of day of, it's not gonna be taken care of. So,
And you've learned that over the past nine years
yeah,
of doing it.
and that's just like a general thing about events. It's like you're not gonna like, I don't know what could have been, what would worst case scenario be. Obviously there's a lot of worst case scenarios, but I don't know, like a venue dropping out, like that was something that happened beforehand. We would have figured it out beforehand, and then by the day of, it's like, okay, it's fine. It's kind of like we're like the Flintstone mobile, where like you can do whatever he does, pedal,
Yeah.
and then the day of you have to be cruising because there's nothing to do. There's at that point there's nothing you can do about it. So it's more of just like you're just kind of enjoying whatever's happening, because yeah, everything's taken care of. The work's done. There's at that point it's in everyone else's hands. Like
Yeah.
it's in the venue's hands. You got the stage.
You
manager
did
there.
as much as you could do to put out the fires.
We did everything we could do before the fest,
Yeah.
and then it's out of our hands at that point.
Does anything make you nervous or anxious or whatever, even just revolving around music? Do you ever get that way around, not just with the festival, but maybe playing or anything, or does that not really affect you now?
I always get nervous before I play. It's always nicely nervous, like really excited.
With a positive energy.
With a positive energy. I love playing. Julia and I love playing. And we really want to do it more. I think we've been too distracted from other stuff to really get back into it.
By putting on a whole festival.
By putting on a festival.
And working on music.
Yeah.
You guys have been
exactly
really slacking. Yeah.
Yeah, we have been. We we got really thrown off in 2020. I got sick for a while because of the stress of the whole situation. We didn't know if live music was coming back anytime soon.
Right.
The album we put out in 2020 had its own complications based on different stuff, and so we kind of like took a step back and realized that we needed to kind of diversify a little bit, because streaming was getting more prevalent. The really bad, really meager payouts from streaming services, how that works, it's not working in anyone's favor except for like Taylor Swift and Beyonce, but
big household,
the big ones, yeah,
arena acts,
the big acts, like the way it kind of works. And I'm still kind of not really truly understanding how it works, but for the most part, if you don't collect the money, like it gets paid into like a certain area, and Julia is way more of an expert on this. This was really hard for me to wrap.
This is going back to the metadata that we talked about last time.
Metadata,
yes.
royalties, yeah.
Yeah. Is there by the way, not to sidetrack you, but is there an update on that we need to let the people know of, that has come across your desk that is vital to that?
No updates. Well, I don't know where I was the last time we talked, what stage of development this was at, but I got to kind of the end point of the journey with that, and I put everything on the mouth.tv. So any questions anyone has about that kind of thing, mouth.tv, click on the royalties and metadata little article.
Oh, there's a thing up there.
Yeah,
on the site. Okay.
Yeah.
The mouth.tv if anybody's in a band.
Yeah. Oh, it's
music.
Really
it's
important.
It's up there on Spotify and Apple and
it's
all the streaming services.
If your music's out there, there's a chance you're not collecting all your royalties. You have to sign up for the MLC.com, ASCAP or BMI, and Sound Exchange if you're in the United States. CMRA in Canada, which is free for anyone in the United States as well. And I am a member of SACEM in France. You have to pay €100, but whatever. So yeah, it's all there. Very important.
Yes.
I'm helping a few friends help with their registration, because you have to register for this stuff. It's not like they're gonna like look for you and
No, you have to search it out yourself.
You have to register for the MLC, and then you have to use your IPI numbers, your publishing IPI to connect. You have to connect your own dots.
And each person has one, right, or something like that.
If you don't, you should. If you sign up with ASCAP or BMI, they're going to give you for a songwriter and a publisher account, because if you release music, you're a songwriter and a publisher. So you should have an account for each. You use your publishing IPI number. That's an independent party identification. I don't remember exactly what the acronym is, but you use that number to register for the MLC, which will give you those types of royalties. They'll collect them. The MLC
and they're just sitting there, right?
They're just sitting there.
Sitting there.
And I think after 7 years or something, it goes the ASCAP. Some of the ASCAP royalties, I don't know for sure. Like this is, but there is a time limit to
Collect.
how long they keep them for before they go back into and they get collected by like the biggest acts. So it does favor the larger acts. I'm pretty sure.
Mm-hmm.
Like I said, Julia knows more, and we have a friend named Jillian that knows way more about this stuff because she used to work for who was it? She worked for Amazon for a while, but she also worked for Deezer. But
the streaming service.
Yeah, this is stuff that it's
Deezer.
There's money sitting there that's collected by a few different companies, PROs, performing rights organizations, CMOs, collective management organizations, and they collect money.
Mm-hmm.
Streaming services pay these. They play the song, they see what the breakdown of the song is, or they send the report to the ASCAP. ASCAP will then look, okay, what are the splits on this song? And they'll pay it out.
Mm-hmm.
If your split isn't right or you're not registered, the song is just going to sit there. And then sometimes there's a mistaken identity. So like how many band, like, you know, where there's bands and there's like multiple band names of the same band.
Yes.
Or there's multiple songwriters.
Yeah.
With the same name.
Mm-hmm.
They're gonna see, you know, Scott Montoya. I don't know if there's another Scott Montoya out there. But what would be the difference? So they say, okay, well, Scott Montoya owns 50% of this song, so here you go. And what if it's the wrong Scott Montoya? So you have to sign up for the it's called ISNI. An ISNI number is it's a 16-digit code. I don't remember what that one's called. Independent. I don't know. ISNI.
But all of this stuff is broken down on the mouth.tv.
Yes.
Right?
All this stuff is broken down on the mouth.tv.
To the furthest that you've gotten.
To the furthest that I've gotten, which is really like what's on there is for anyone starting out. That would be like the great place to start, because I know that if you release your music on like TuneCore, they do collect your royalties for you. I don't know what cut they take, and it's all about percentages too. So like ASCAP, Spotify takes their cut or whatever, and then ASCAP takes their cut, and then maybe ASCAP reports it to TuneCore, which takes their cut, I'm sure, before giving it to you. So before that, and then if you have you're streaming in Brazil, Abramus or whatever in Brazil is going to take their cut before giving it to ASCAP, which takes their cut, before giving it to TuneCore, which takes their cut, and by the time you get it, you know, it's stepped on, man.
Yeah, it's not pure anymore.
It's not pure.
So, yeah, please go to the mouth.tv and check out all those notes, and also go back and listen to our 4th episode that we did, the one previous to this one, because we really got into that deeper.
Yeah, hopefully. I mean, it's check it out.
Yeah.
And reach out if you have any questions. I love helping people with this stuff.
But just with that, don't like ask you to move or anything like that.
Don't ask me to move.
When was the last time you helped somebody move?
Good question. I don't know. No one's moved in a while.
Everyone's pretty stationary.
Pretty stationary. Yeah. I've just moved equipment around.
Mm-hmm. What about for like a ride to the airport?
Oh yeah, right at the airport. I've given some rides.
Yeah.
Yeah.
To
LAX.
like LAX.
Yeah.
Oh man.
It's fine. Whatever.
No, it's not. It's not horrible.
Nah.
No.
Depending on the time of day.
Yeah. And the person that you get to drive.
And the person.
How good would you have to know somebody for you to say like, yeah, I'll give you a ride to the airport to LAX?
I guess it depends because like Uber is like it's way easier to say Uber.
Okay.
I don't get hit up to be taken to the airport. Like
I'm gonna ask you for something after this. Going back to Happy Sundays, every time I see you, you're always like behind a merch booth or moving something from one venue to another, whatever, just checking up on stuff. But through that process, I mean, I'm assuming that people are bumping into you and saying, "Hey, what's up? What's going on? Thank you for putting it on." Blah blah blah. Has that changed your relationship with your audience?
Well, I think some people know that we put it on and say thank you, and then some people don't even know what the hell is going on. They're just like there. So it all depends. We're stoked either way.
Do you feel like your relationship with the audience or your fans has changed since you began making music and being in bands to now?
I think one thing that Julia and I both kind of agree on is we really enjoy the people that support what we're trying to do in the music. I don't think either of us wants fans. I think that's a strange kind of concept of like a Beatlemania thing that I think is kind of makes people dangerous. Like Selena had fans, you know? I don't want fans. Julia doesn't want fans. I think there's people that support what we're doing, and that is the kind of thing that like we're just people just trying to do some stuff for the community and like kind of bring people together and show a different way of a music festival that I think is getting increasingly rare because for how much of a pain in the ass it is and for how expensive it is, and luckily here we had this opportunity to do it with the venues and with the relationships that we have, and it's a really special thing
with the city and
with the city
area.
Yeah, with everything. It all just came together. And I think that the kind of relationship, like people that get it are stoked, and we're stoked that they're stoked. It's a stoked transaction where it really makes it all worth it when we see everyone happy, regardless of whether or not they like have heard of whatever bands we're in or any music. That's not really like the point. We like supporters of the idea of what we're trying to accomplish.
Yeah.
And hopefully that inspires them to inspires a new perspective on what people think they know about. No, that sounds shitty. Not what people think they know about music. But then again, a lot of people think they know stuff about music that's completely wrong. Like, I guess that's not a shitty thing to say. Where, like, people think that everyone that makes music is rich.
Yeah.
Like, which couldn't be further from the truth.
Most aren't.
Yeah. Even, like, the bigger bands nowadays, like, I don't know. I've heard that music ain't what it used to be. There's no like and Motley Crue is like Motley Crue. I bet, like Beyonce makes money for sure. There's a crazy amount of overhead when it comes to music.
Yeah.
And then, like you said, there's always more people with their hands in the cookie jar.
Yeah.
You got the business manager, you got the manager, you got the agent, you got the venue who usually takes a cut of merch when you're at that size, which fucking pisses me off, and they shouldn't do, but that's always the thing. The artist is the bottom of the food chain when it comes to who gets paid.
Yeah.
And that's unfortunate. That's an unfortunate it's an unfortunate, it's a stereotype really, that musicians or artists are rich. It's a truly unfortunate one.
I think people are kind of waking up to it more and more. That it's like, oh no, just because like I'm doing this doesn't mean I don't have a day job.
Yeah,
You know,
it doesn't mean anything.
I just got off of work to do this.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
going back tomorrow, sort of a thing.
Yeah, it doesn't mean that they are surviving like Julie and I are fortunate that we can like figure it out, but it doesn't mean that we're loaded.
No, and
Not
that
even
took
close.
years and years and years for you to even figure out
Yeah.
where you are now.
Yeah, and we're still figuring it out.
And of course that's a huge thing to get, to be able to figure it out to some of an extent, let alone be like, oh yeah, now I have like 4 houses. If you're Billy Joel, there's a difference.
Yeah,
between-
there's a big difference. Like they got 4 houses or whatever. Kid
More.
Rock has like a house like to fly to after every show.
Right.
Rad. That's great. Good for him. But that's like,
That's
unfortunately,
the minority, not the majority.
that is like, yeah, that is impossible. I'm just gonna go ahead and say it's impossible.
Yeah.
But it does happen. If it's like people win the lottery, yeah, it's not impossible. But how many people play it versus how many people win it?
Right.
Like there's a big difference there. Yeah. And so I don't know where this rant was going, but musicians aren't rich.
Right. It was just a misconception of that.
Misconception.
And it's good that we addressed that. I think that more people that are not wrapped up in music or attend shows or whatever. I think that's becoming more common. Just because you've heard me on the radio or whatever it is
Doesn't mean anything.
Yeah.
Doesn't mean anything.
I'm still paying rent, or I'm still, whatever.
Yeah. You can hear bands on the radio. And I think it's like Happy Sundays. Like we talked to someone who was like super rude, and they were like, you're this successful thing, and therefore blah blah blah. It's like, well, the festival is a success, but the complete misconception that we're making any money off of it, especially when it's justified to behave and do the things that people think. Like, I think people think that just because someone's rich or you heard them on the radio means that they can say anything on the internet and it'll be okay or it'll be true. It's like it's a very strange mentality in thinking that stuff doesn't affect people all the same. Mm-hmm. So I don't know, whatever helps you sleep at night. But if you're going to be an asshole to someone, I don't think it should be like a musician. Lay off the musicians, man.
Are you surprised with the connections that people have made, or they feel that they've made with you because of the music that you've created or had a hand in creating? Is that going to baffle you a little bit?
I'm always stoked to hear it. I'm always happy to hear it because that's why I got into music in the first place. I was like, well, music really inspires me. I think it's great, and I think I can do it. So it worked out. It worked out for me. It worked out for Julia. That we can keep like going with it, and we're both always stoked to hear. Obviously, there's people that tend to get very personal in their stories with things that the music either helped them through or they were doing while listening to the music, and like there's a time and a place like before someone's going on stage isn't the time to like lay a bunch of heavy shit on. Yeah. And that's not because I'm trying to like be selfish or, well, no, that's before going on stage is the only time in life where Julia and I both allow ourselves to be as selfish as possible. As we want.
Yeah.
I mean.
I'm assuming it's a difficult thing that you're kind of switching gears and getting ready to do this thing. And so in the nicest way possible, don't come up at that point and try to steal some time. It's like, yeah, not now, after. Because, and you guys are very approachable, of course.
Well, yeah.
Save it for later.
There's a reason there's a green room.
Yes.
And there's a reason.
Sometimes when there's not, it's kind of.
And sometimes when there's not, and then at that point, it's like because no one wants to be rude, I don't want to be rude to anybody. Neither is Julia. But like, you know, when you, when your mom calls you and says mom stuff right before, and it fucks your brain up, and you're like, oh, mom, why could you just wait, you know, wait an hour? You know what I mean?
Or
like
30 minutes or
why,
whatever. Yeah.
Why, mom? And it's the same for anything else. It's like, if you know someone's about to go on stage, don't go up and talk about
Heavy stuff.
heavy shit that's gonna distract them. I mean, and it sounds like I'm a total diva.
I mean, which you are. I mean,
Which I am, but that's
no,
the thing. Like,
I'm
you
kidding,
have
Scott.
to be a diva. Like, you have to, like, okay, so there's the choice here. Don't be a diva and just get totally distracted and maybe fuck up the show, or like separate yourself and give yourself the space to concentrate on what you're about to do. Like, I don't think they're gonna let like just a bunch of random people into the locker room before like the Super Bowl, because
Yeah, they're gonna perform.
they have to concentrate.
Yeah.
Same thing, regardless of the size of the show.
Mm-hmm.
A show's a show.
Whether it's small or it's
whether
big,
it's small or it's
whatever.
big, I put the same amount of
Energy.
it's all the same for me.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
It's a show. Yeah, you're gonna
Yeah.
perform
exactly,
to the best of your ability,
to the best of my ability.
and that could interfere with those
It
interactions.
can and has interfered with it, yes.
Do you feel like your connection with a song and somebody else's connection with the song are intertwined in some way, or do you feel that most of the time it's pretty different?
I can't like feel what other people feel, and like, it's like you don't know what blue is to someone else.
Right.
Like, okay, we can agree that's green,
Mm-hmm.
but I don't know what you're seeing. So it's the same thing with music. Like, I don't know what people are feeling. We both like it. Like, if there's something that I'm super proud of and someone's appreciating it, like, that's awesome. I'm very stoked on that. It's part of the joy, but it's not. It's like a nice byproduct of being stoked on making something, because I'd be making it regardless of whether anyone was. Julie and I both be doing it regardless of if no one ever listened to it ever. We'd still be doing it.
Mm-hmm.
Just that someone heard it and is stoked on it and connected with it, I think is really awesome.
Right. Has your connection with music in general, not just your own, but how you absorb it, has that changed at all since you began making music to now?
Yeah. Oh, big time.
Yeah.
Because I started in high school, and then I started doing it and touring and dealing with bands and dealing with the whole business and mixing, you know. It's like I think it's more, I have a greater love for it.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like honored to know the stuff and have the perspective and the knowledge and stuff that I've kind of developed through Mick teaching me and through just doing it.
Mick Boggs.
Yeah, Mick Boggis.
Sorry.
And it's okay.
Sorry,
and,
Mick. That wasn't to you, Scott. That was to Mick.
Yeah. So, I'm sure Mick's fine.
I think he does listen.
I think he does too. I hope so.
Yeah, I also do.
Don Mick. And I'm always learning more. But it's kind of cool because, like I said about the remastering of old Growler stuff, like I'm like kind of collaborating with myself at a different time.
Yeah.
And that's really interesting. So
Dan, how many people get to experience that?
yeah, it's trippy. Good word for it.
Yeah, to say the least, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Do you feel like your sound has changed? What you're putting into an instrument, and it reverberating back out. Do you feel like that has changed? Whether it be drums or bass or whatever.
The sound, I can kind of only play like me. Like with drums, like your bones are resonating the the impact. Like, so your body is resonating when you hit it. The equipment's changed. I've been able to kind of beef up the collection.
Yeah.
My approach, I don't know, I'm just paying attention to new stuff, like with mixing. We're kind of, I don't know, just kind of developing the style and being more confident in other stuff and more confident in letting go of control of a lot more stuff. Because we're trying to like with this album, this has been not difficult, but a factor in it is that we are trying to win a Grammy with it. Like
the new Soft Palms.
The new Soft Palms coming out next year. So we missed not missed it, but we weren't going to make the deadline to turn in for the Grammys, which was August 30th. We weren't going to make that deadline. So it was like, okay, we'll just do it for the 2027 awards for 2026.
Yeah.
So releasing it January next year, and which is cool because Everloving's releasing it, and they're like,
oh wow,
you know, we want to like do it properly.
Right on.
This one was going to be, we were going to kind of finish it, turn it in just to get it in and get it released. But now we can actually have a proper release. Which is really cool.
Best of both worlds.
Best of both.
When would you say that you developed or just refined your sound, what you're doing with music? When do you feel like that came into play?
Oh, it's always been, it's a constant process. I'm still learning. Like there's a lot of stuff doing this record that's like, that I'm thinking like, dude, I've been doing this for so long. Why doesn't this sound better? Like how am I still allowing why, like questioning it, because it's a super challenging thing to do, and it's a constant process of highs and
evolution.
lows. It's an evolution. I think this album sounds really cool. I'm really stoked on it. It's pretty avant-garde and experimental, just the kind of approach to it, and we've kind of like developed what we're doing a little bit more. Where the first Soft Palms album was, we wrote 2 songs together. That's Batty and Rainbows, and then the rest of them were stuff that Julia already had written a long time ago, and we recorded and released them. So if you take Batty and Rainbows and then you kind of progress that into what this is now, which is way more kind of I call it more of a punk record. It's kind of a humble punk record, kind of goth sounding. We experimented a lot more because we don't have like a style we need to stay with. We're not
confining yourself into a box.
Yeah, we're not trying to do that. Julia is an extremely talented songwriter and lyricist, and we kind of just have been playing around with these songs and really cool, and they're really fun to play live, and we don't really feel like we have anything to prove to anybody, so we're coming at it with that. Although we do want to win a Grammy, we're not going into it being like, oh man, we need something that sounds like
this or like that or
this.
whatever.
Yeah, it's like, well, it's either gonna do it or it's not, and I don't really want to change what we're doing too much to fit that
different person's sound that maybe you don't even like. You're just doing it, just do it.
Yeah, this is just to do it.
Yeah,
and
has every song that you've made just been a product of you needing to do it?
Yes.
To just get it out of your system? Like, this is an idea and I want to pursue this?
There's the project with whoever I'm doing it with, and by the end I really love it, and then I want to do it again, and I get the chance to, and I'm super stoked on that. I don't really know how else to explain it.
No, it's great.
Like, it just kind of like has to happen.
Yeah.
And
you have to release that valve.
Yeah. Like, I'm really stoked on how these songs are turning out. It's actually been really high highs and really low lows in this one, because it's like I think for me, like, the way that I make things sound is inescapable, and sometimes I think it should sound a little different, but then I kind of had to accept the way it is. But then it's like, well, actually the way it is sounds pretty rad. So it's kind of like I have to like kind of every song kind of like reveals itself, whereas like you try to push it one way and then it's fighting with you, because there's so many factors in what a song or what a recording like sounds like. It's like I wouldn't be able to. Well, I guess I could copy what someone else is sounding like, which that's not at all what I'm ever doing. You just start and you start going, kind of like what's that artist? What's his name? We just watched it too. It's anyway, some artist. He just like doesn't really have a plan when he starts, and then just starts going, and then starts going,
develops,
and it just kind of the painting reveals itself. And that's how it is with this. It's like, all right, it starts going, and then it just kind of starts happening. You just follow it where it goes, and then sometimes you want to reroute it a different way, and it won't let you. Like it's its own thing. It's like
it chooses its own trajectory.
Yeah, like it's like growing a tree. Just kind of you can point it in the right direction. You can kind of, but it's gonna do what it's gonna do. And show me a tree that isn't like the right looking tree. Right. It's like there's no such thing. Right. Trees are all trees, but they're all different.
It's just natural.
It just happens. So, yeah, trying to just constantly work on it. Luckily, we have a deadline, and
is that better when you have a deadline that you're up against?
Depends.
Campaign?
That all depends. That all depends on how much other stuff we have going on. We've had a lot of other stuff going on, and we just had to adjust the deadline. But we were able to finish Julia's album as well, because that one was gnarly because the computer crashed halfway through it.
Man.
And then we had we ended up turning that one in a half hour before it was due. A half hour. And that was after like constantly working on it. Like it would have been fine if the computer didn't crash, but the computer crashed. And then we spent a couple weeks trying to figure out like what was going on, making multiple trips to get Micro Center.
Did you think the whole thing was lost?
No, it wasn't lost. There was just something, it just kept glitching out. It's not that the computer crashed, but it wasn't operating correctly. Mm-hmm. And so it was unusable. And so, so I had to like start all the way over. Anyway, it was, went from Windows 11 back to Windows 10. Ooh. And then I had some more computer problems, so ended up going back to Windows 11 and using the stuff that I learned about the crashed Windows 11 the first time in this one. Oh, anyway, not to bore everyone with that, but
I mean that's a whole day. I mean you really worked until the 12th hour on that.
That was, yeah, and we're really stoked on the way it turned out.
Awesome.
But we do everything ourselves. Like we write and record the music. We except for mastering. We do all the art. We do all the videos. All the SEO, the website, the graphic design for that stuff.
You also play it yourself?
Also play it, yeah. So we don't.
Who masters, or do you have a person that you go to?
Mick masters, okay, yeah. And he's great at it. One thing we're going to try this time that I've never done before is called stem mastering, where you have the song, and instead of giving him the 2-track master to master the 2-track, I'm going to give him the stems of the song. So like the kick drum stem, the drum stem, the bass stem, the guitar stem, the vocal stem, effects stem. And then kind of, even though if you put those all together, it would sound exactly like the 2-track master or the 2-track mix. Mm-hmm. He'll have more control over the final master. So I'm really excited to see what he can do with it.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's all experimental, and it's all the Mick is really, really good. So I'm excited to see what he kind of cooks up.
Yeah. In regards to producing or mixing, what is a band that you would like, a current band that you'd like to work with in that capacity? Obviously, besides Beyonce, Taylor Swift.
Beyonce or Taylor Swift,
Yeah.
I would be kind of stoked to work with Taylor Swift. I don't think any Taylor Swift fans would be too stoked if I worked with Taylor Swift, because whatever they're expecting, I don't think I can give them. But I don't know, maybe like Idols or Amyl and the Sniffers, or a band that's a band, like
Real deal.
and would understand that, like, that my approach, they might not get what they want. I don't know. It's something. I know that sounds a little bit weird, but like,
But you're gonna give them something new, something they weren't expecting.
whatever's going to happen is going to happen. I'm not. I don't claim to have any control over this process. I'm doing my best, but I'm a little bit insecure when I work on other people's music, because I'm okay when it comes to mine and Julia's, because we're constantly experimenting and you know, we're not trying to like please anybody with it.
Mm-hmm. But they might be working towards a different goal.
But then you have like a band coming in and they have a different like idea about what they want it to sound like, and it's hard when you have like a preconceived idea about what you want, which for the most part everyone just wants to sound like the Strokes, and that's all I ever get. Can it sound more like the Strokes? It's like, yeah, I guess, but
Let's get a pervy amp and let's get a microphone going through it.
which is fine. I got no problem. I like the Strokes, but that's the most requested, like, referenced band is the Strokes, which is fine. But like, if like Idols came in and they were like, hey, we want to sound like the Strokes, it'd be a little bit disappointing, because that's I don't like reference tracks.
Mm-hmm.
I don't like when people say, yeah, oh, this will sound like this, and here, listen to this fucking thing. It's like, to me, that's counterproductive.
What about a cover? Does that change it a little bit?
A cover song?
Yeah.
Covers are interesting. This new kind of like giant thing about tribute bands. We talk about this occasionally. I know this is a little bit off topic, but
Please.
Like, tribute bands, they make so much money. Like, tribute bands make so much money. I'm not saying that as a complaint or anything like that.
It is what it is, a fact.
It's a fact. Tribute bands make so much money, and it is such a thing. And I get it, but I want the audience. I want more from an audience. I want more from the world than to be stuck on tribute bands. Like, I want people to support like actual bands.
New bands, new acts, new songs.
New bands. There's more out there than the tribute bands. Yeah, it's cool to see like a band that maybe you'd never get to see and someone's doing it, and it's like, yeah, that's cool.
Like a Dr. John or something. Like something super specific.
Yeah, something like that. Like, my parents went and saw a Talking Heads tribute band.
Oh.
And it's like, they said it was great. It's like, cool. For cover songs, any goal for me for a cover song, we've done a couple here and there, is to not make it, don't replicate the fucking song.
Oh, you want something different out of it.
Yeah, like, do something else with it.
Give me something new.
Yeah.
Like, I already know the old, give me something new.
Yeah. We've heard it, you know? If you're covering a song that's on the radio, we've heard it. There doesn't need to be another one of those. We actually have started listening to CDs again, because we have a CD player in the car.
Mm-hmm.
And CDs sound so much better. CDs aren't the best sounding thing ever, but they sound so much better than streaming. Like, so much better. I was so pissed because when radio came out on YouTube, we released the video. We're doing a better mix for it, for the record, by the way, because we kind of rushed to put this one out. But somehow the video got so compressed before it got put out. I was pretty devastated by that. Like, Like the difference between the original and what's on YouTube it's like unacceptable for me. I was pretty bummed. But
Re-releasing coming soon.
yeah, we're gonna address that, like fix it or whatever. And but I did a better mix of radio, like a much better mix. So I'm really excited to be able to redo that.
I just had Pat and McGee, and we are just talking about him during our break. Hopefully there'll be like a sick ass ad there for Squarespace or something.
Totally.
But yeah, Pat and McGee, in his band, The Nude Party, and you guys, he had mentioned that you guys were with the first band or one of the first bands to put him on in the opening slot.
That's awesome.
Of that.
That's really cool. That's very important. It's really important for established bands and seasoned veterans of music to support the up-and-coming bands. It's really important for musicians to support each other as well. Like I was saying, I'm 42, and I've been doing this for over 20 years.
20
Me and
some
Julia
odd.
both have. And we have friends that have been doing it the same amount of time, and you have to support each other. Like, that's just the way it goes. Music isn't in a, and not saying that I was ever like this anyway, but music isn't in a place right now where everyone's like competing. Like, there's nothing to compete for.
Mm-hmm.
There's no money. There's no reason that anyone should like try to take another band down or do something that's damaging to another artist or another band. Not like there ever has been, but there's you got to support each other is what I'm saying.
There's no foothold that you're going to take that is going to bump you up further than you already are by taking somebody else down.
Yeah, exactly.
It's all pretty level.
It's all pretty level. Like, the whole thing got destroyed. Music is completely, not completely destroyed right now, but it's definitely not a viable business model right now.
I mean, has it really ever been though?
Well, you could sell records.
Yeah.
You can tour. Gas used to be cheaper. Stuff used to be cheaper.
Stuff used to be cheaper.
Whereas right now, like I was saying, like the overhead is huge. The overhead was huge when I was touring a lot more.
Yeah, right.
With the bigger band, with a bus, with, more people.
More people, yeah. More heads, more stuff.
And now it's not. It's like, and from what I hear from many people, it's not as, because the market is saturated, not as many people are participating. Not many people have much money. Regular ass people are more broke than ever. And you could take that as a totally neutral fact.
Yeah.
Like,
that's just straight up.
People just don't have money.
Mm-hmm.
And another thing that I've kind of noticed, which is very strange to me, is people would rather spend $1,200 to go see Taylor Swift than $100 a night for 12 nights throughout the year to once a month or whatever to go support a smaller band.
For $20, you could do much
for
more.
$20, you can go once a week.
Going back to that pendulum
that
we were talking about earlier, do you think that it'll swing back, that bands will be like, okay, yeah, we can go to Oklahoma from Dallas, and we can we're gonna do
always
it
comes around.
East Coast tour, whatever.
It is up. See, that's where I'm saying, like, it's up to, I don't want to say the kids, but like, dude, the kids, it just sounds cooler than the young adults. The young adults are being a church group. It's like, the kids, man. Come on, kids. Get on it. Because you got nothing to lose. You want to go travel around with your friends, and you sleep on floors, and you crash wherever, and
that was the part of your whole youthful upbringing.
Exactly. We did the same thing. We slept on floors. We just got there.
What was
wherever we
the
needed to go.
craziest place you had to stay while like in those early days of touring?
Oh, somewhere new every night. I mean, like,
What's one that stands out to you from those early days of like a sleeping arrangement with 4 other dudes?
good question.
4 other dudes, yeah.
I don't even know.
If it comes to you later on, please.
Yeah, if it comes to me later on.
Yeah.
But a lot of times the floor or a floor, we had a bus, so, we slept in the bus.
Sleep in the bus.
On the floor. Like, not in a bed. But it was fine because you do it, and then you did it, and then it gets more successful, and you get to see the country, the world, meet a bunch of people, and that's not something that you can really do in your 40s. Like, you can start a band in your 40s, and you can do it. It's going to be painful if you're going to try to sleep on the floor.
Yeah. You're going to be fucked up in the morning.
Yeah, because I mean, I lean over wrong and my back blows out. Like,
have you slept? Do you think that you slept on your last floor?
I hope so. I really do. Although, Italy, the beds are very hard in Italy.
Oh.
Yeah. So, and I can't wait to go back to Italy. But, yeah.
Bring your own mattress, maybe.
Yeah, bring your own mattress to Italy. But yeah, I don't know. We'll see. We do want to do a lot more touring, but we know how to tour, and we know what we want, and we want a comfortable bed.
Who was the first band to bring the Growlers on tour?
I think it was Dr. Dog.
Whoa.
Yeah.
They're cool.
Big band. I could be wrong, but that was Dr. Dog. I remember that.
Dr. Dog.
Yeah. That was fun. But yeah, it's up to the
Dr.
kids.
Dog actually, historically brings a lot of people in the opening slot.
Which
it
is
puts
great.
a lot of people on. Like that's a band that's still doing that.
And I know like Foo Fighters, or at least I think Foo Fighters does that. I think there's bands that are very cool about that, and as they should be.
Yeah.
Like helping out bands they like. I know there's probably a lot of pressure from like whatever agency the band books with to promote one of their bands, and
right.
There's a lot of politics that goes into it because those are really valuable slots.
Right. Especially if it's a money-making band. Guess what? Well, you're part of this agency. You're gonna take this new kid on the roster.
Yeah. So, and I would be stoked. I'm always stoked. That's what we try to do. We try to help out new bands because this is something that's extremely important to the world. Music is kind of as important as it gets because it brings people together. I don't have to explain the importance of music.
Right. Right. It's valuable.
But it's valuable, and it's undervalued right now. Like I said, I'm not complaining. I'm just giving facts here.
You said something about you don't like to complain unless there's a solution or an idea for a solution. And
I want a
paraphrasing
solution.
that.
I don't just want to bitch for no reason.
Right. And I've really thought about that a lot, Scott. And speaking of giving people chances as musicians, I mean I owe that to you with this podcast, man. You're the first one, dude.
Well, cool.
And now this is like the 250 somethingth, dude.
That's awesome. Well, it's my pleasure.
But that is who you are, man. And I can't thank you enough for putting me on it.
Well, thank you. I mean, I'm always stoked to be on it.
Yeah,
dude.
Dude.
It's number 10.
Yeah, I don't think I'm maybe not 10, but I don't know. We'll see. But I mean, yeah. So yeah, I mean, I can speak from firsthand experience that you have done that.
Well,
I'm going on the record with that. I'm leaving that in.
Oh, cool. Thanks. I mean, that's what we're trying to do with Studios for Schools as well.
Yeah. What's going on with that?
Well, we haven't done much with it for the past. I don't know. We bought some equipment for a school up in LA. And I did like a cable building workshop.
Right on.
And actually, we had a group of kids over here and did like a songwriting workshop thing. That was really cool.
Very cool.
Through another school that a friend works with. So we do work with students time to time. I would like to do more with it, but it's another one of those things where the whole thing revolves around money, and it's really challenging to try to get people to give you money.
Yeah.
For any reason, especially right now. It always has been, but right now especially because it's not something a whole lot of people are swimming in.
Yeah. It's tight.
Yeah.
But pendulum.
I think it has to. Whatever's going on with like the world, and I think that can only go on for so long. Like people get over it. It's just the law of it's like the law of the universe. Like when you're laying in bed and your legs are bent, and then you get over it after a while and you want to straighten your legs, and then you get over that after a while and you want to bend your legs. That's just the way it goes. Like things change in the opposite of what they're usually
Currently
were.
doing. Julia has her record coming out.
Julia's got a record coming out.
Before this Soft Palms one comes out.
Yeah, Julia's record comes out this month.
Sugar and
Strawberry. And we're both really stoked on it. It does have a cover song on it, a cover of Leonard Cohen.
Oh, going back to the covers.
Yeah. She pulled it off beautifully.
Right on. That's gonna be lovely.
Yeah, it's great. And yeah, that's as far as releases. We just shot a music video for one of the songs yesterday. We're working on it.
And there was something else that came out recently, right?
Yeah, another song.
Another music video too, right?
Yes. Yeah.
And I'm blanking on the name of that one.
I Know. It's called I Know.
I Know. Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
And that's on YouTube.
It's on YouTube.
And it's also on Mouth.tv.
The Mouth. We started doing weekly playlists on YouTube.
Okay.
So that's been an ongoing project as well, like trying to figure out the best way to do it. And from what we've gotten so far is we're putting together, when we have the chance to do it, new releases that week of independent bands that came out.
Again, giving a platform.
Trying to promote independent music. It's the most important type of music.
Yes.
Because it's real. They're not doing it for the money. It's not manufactured. A lot of times people don't have teams.
Or cookie cutter.
Or
it's
it's
pure.
not designed.
It's raw.
You don't have producers. It's an art. And they're artists. You get to
performers.
Performers. Performance artists. You get bigger and
acts.
You get more people involved. Yeah, acts.
You and Julia are going to be playing Matt's festival, Crash into Earth.
Crash into Earth.
What do you think that's going to be like for you to not be like having your hands in a million different projects and then having to play?
It rules.
Yeah.
We're gonna show up and play.
Yeah.
Maybe hang out and bail. I love it. It's in like American Beauty, that movie where he goes, I want the least amount of responsibility possible, and he just becomes a drive-through employee.
Yeah.
It's like that's where me and Julia are both at. Like, just being able to show up and play. That's a dream. Like, we'll go on tour, dude. Hell yeah. If all we had to do was show up and play, that'd be excellent. I love doing everything. It's really great and it's super rewarding. But
it's also good to be in the backseat.
None of the responsibility is on my shoulders.
Yeah.
Other than just doing the best that I can when we're playing.
And it's great that it's a festival in Orange County. Love it.
Yeah. Because that doesn't actually, I just heard about the Garden did their festival. That looked pretty cool.
Yeah. Yes, they did. And that's great. That's fantastic.
Yeah.
Love it.
Yeah.
And I love when people come to play shows in Orange County. It's great.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think when but then again, I don't know who put on, what was it, One Strange Night in Orange County or something like that.
Yes, I believe that is the title.
I don't know if it was Golden Voice or it was it.
I'm assuming that it was a bigger
festival promotion.
Whatever you want to call it, yeah.
Yeah, go Live Nation or Golden Voice or
Right.
AEG.
Probably Live Nation, yeah.
Live Nation, yeah. Well, oh yeah, because Observatory is Live Nation.
Yes.
Yeah, so it had to be Live Nation.
Right.
Yeah, I'm sure it was. Okay. Yeah, it'll be cool. We played the OC Fairgrounds with the amphitheater with Flaming Lips, and I think that was the only time I've ever played there. I don't exactly know where we're playing, but I know that we
I
played.
think it's on where the fair is. The
Okay.
OC Fair, like right across the street from OCC, I believe.
Okay, yeah.
Off of Fairview, I think, and I could be wrong about that.
I need more information.
Should I show up and play? Who cares?
I need to know what time we need to be there and what time we play.
Yeah, how do you know what time to show up and what time to be set up at? When did that, like, even with setting up for Happy Sundays or Beach Goth or whatever, how did you tell everybody, like, be here at this? Did you tell everybody be there at the same time or what?
No, it all
Staggered
depends
it?
on whether or not you have a proper sound check or a line check. Most festivals, you'll just get a line check,
Which means
that you'll show up. Like sound check will happen like before doors, where they'll just have a 2-hour sound check where you set everything up.
so doors are at 8, you show up at 6. You'd be there at
show
6.
up at 8. Yeah, you'll probably show up. I mean, usually load in like if doors are at 8, be like load in at 4 or 5,
Okay.
depending on again the size of the show and what needs to be set up. Some bands bring their own consoles and their own monitor setups and their entire stage setups.
Mm-hmm.
If you're not doing any of that, like they can show up at 10 a.m. and they'll work all day, and then the band will show up at 4 or 5, do a sound check, and then fuck off till and then some bands, like sometimes the actual performers, the band people don't even need to show up until fucking showtime. That does happen too. So
Whoa.
everything's different.
Would you like that? Like be there, whatever you're getting on at 8, be there at 7:55, sort of a thing.
That doesn't make me comfortable.
No.
Because like that's one of those things where, okay, let's say you're in a band and no one's there until like you're going on stage. That is nerve-wracking because you're like, where is everybody? Like, and that's just, like I said, another thing that'll just mess your brain up. It's like, dude, I like to kind of like settle into a spot, maybe like have some time there. I like sound checking. I like making sure everything's good, even though a lot of times everything changes completely. But that's because we don't tour with a sound person. When Julia and I tour, it's just the two of us. We don't even do a merch person. We do everything ourselves, for now at least. But yeah, it's all different. There's no right or wrong way of doing things. I actually enjoy hearing about the way that some people tour, because some people I think the big difference is bus versus van. So you got the bus, which everyone can fit in, everyone sleeps in, everyone stuffs in, and then it leaves, to leave at 2 a.m. and everyone can sleep all night and then wake up in the city where you're playing the next day and you'll be there and it'll be fine. The problem with that is that there's no showers. It's got its own kind of challenges, versus you take a van, you wake up, when you wake up, drive all day, and then you get to kind of chill, and it's way less money because buses are expensive. So there's a bunch of different ways to tour. None of it's easy. It's all super challenging, but I do enjoy the way that Julia and I are doing it, because it's just us in a minivan. It's like just the two of us. We got minimal equipment, and we get one hotel room, and one van, E85, in California. But yeah,
it's great, man, and it's rewarding, right? No matter what stage you are and how much time it takes or how little time it takes, it's rewarding, right?
Oh, it's all rewarding. It's all really fun. I wouldn't trade it for anything. I'm very much enjoying our life and grateful for it. And that's why we work so hard, because we're trying to make the best of it.
Mm-hmm.
Do the best we can with what we've been with the opportunities that we're given, and there are people that do believe and invest in us, like Ever Loving and like Suicide Squeeze, and we're trying to make sure we do our best for them, do our best for our parents, and
Making everybody proud.
making everyone proud, and like the people, the supporters that have supported us in the various projects. I don't know, keep doing something cool that they're stoked on. I don't take like attention for granted. I don't take anyone's like support for granted. And yeah, I just appreciate everyone, especially my parents. So yeah, very, very, very appreciative.
That's great, man.
A lot of what's the word I'm looking for?
Gratitude.
Yes.
Beastie Boys song. Great,
Yeah.
great Beastie Boys song.
Totally.
Scott, I appreciate it. Number 5 down. Did we miss anything that we got to cover?
No, I don't think so. I mean, I don't know if I should go on my Fox News rant. It just sounds a little counterproductive. But I think to sum everything up, one thing that I've been that's very important to me, especially moving forward, like I said, this one goes out to the kids. There's a lot of false information in the world. And I feel like adults who should know better are making a lot of choices based on false information about everything. And it's unfortunate. And I don't really have much hope, nor do I care about the adults, but like I do care about the kids. And just take a minute. If something's shocking, take a minute to think about whether or not what it feels like. Does it feel fishy? Because if it feels fishy, then it's at least worth considering whether or not you should react the way that it's kind of begging you to react. A lot of people are put in a lot of different positions based on people trying to get a reaction out of them. And that's just marketing 101. Who's benefiting off this information? How are they benefiting? What's the point? It's like a headline. How often does a headline... There's the art of the headline that... And I know that like I'm sure that kids these days, they know or pay attention to way different stuff than I did. But there's a lot of different motivations for a lot of different stuff, and money is usually it. And eyeballs equal money. We're actually putting together a music video right now about the news and about how it's a business. But I can get more into that later. It's a work in progress. So yeah,
keep an eye out for that.
Keep an eye out. Use your best judgment.
Keep an eye out in the world. Keep an eye out for the
keep an eye out for the music video. That'll be coming out.
Okay.
But yeah, use your best judgment. Because ultimately, it's not up to anyone. Could say anything they want. It's protected under freedom of speech. We talked to some police officers after some of the stuff that happened this year, Happy Sundays, and turns out that unless there's a threat of violence or a threat of bodily harm, police can't really help anything. Because everything is a freedom of speech protected. So yeah, that's a right that we have living in the United States, and some people abuse it, which is sad. But people are vicious. Society's
That's
vicious.
That's a great way to cap this off.
Yeah, we watched the new Alien show.
Oh yeah,
it's
on
good.
FX.
It's really good. And
Sigourney Weaver's in it. I don't know.
It'd be cool if she was. But like I was watching it because last night's episode was it was like this mini movie, almost like a remake of the first one. Not a it's like a
homage.
its own version, yeah, which I thought was really cool that they did. But you got a group of people on a spaceship, and then you got some aliens coming in to just rip them apart. And some people are aliens, and they just want to rip people apart. So, you use your best judgment.
Right through the stomach, huh?
Right through the lungs, actually.
Lungs.
Yeah, those are the baby aliens. There was some new ticks. I guess they call them ticks, where they drank them. And then, this show's pretty nasty. Nasty. But it's good. It's well done. I'm really enjoying it.
Okay, right on. You worked on that, right?
I worked on it, yeah.
Yeah.
I was the...
you were key grip on that.
Key grip, yeah. I was the gaffer.
No, you were in Inherent Vice, though. I remember seeing that.
Yeah, we were in Inherent Vice. Julia and I were. The Growlers was in Inherent Vice. We got asked to be the band, the Boards, which it meant nothing. It just means we were in the scene.
Yeah, at that big dinner table.
Yeah. So
that's a trippy movie.
I liked it. I got to set right next to Owen Wilson.
Oh, yeah. That
was cool.
Yeah.
I mean,
and Joaquin Phoenix.
He's a very nice dude, by the way. He was it was kind of cool because we met him, and he's a method actor.
Yeah.
Yeah, so he doesn't break character, but he broke character to kind of say hi. So
that's
cool.
I
mean, that was cool. It would have been cool either way. We totally would have understood, because I find acting super fascinating. And I think Hollywood is really, really fascinating. I enjoy the kind of history and just kind of how, watching people talk about it and actors talk about their thing and directors and their relationships and the ideas. Because I'm sure most movies start out a certain way, and then, I don't know, I find the whole thing extremely fascinating. So yeah, it was
and
really cool.
You in the Joker Part 2, right? With Joaquin as well.
Oh yeah, I was. He was so stoked
in?
on meeting me that one time that he asked if he could meet me again on set.
Yeah,
so we met again.
And you
set.
said yes.
Yeah, I was like, cool. Yeah, I'll come.
It's very cool of you.
Yeah. So
swing by.
Anything for walks.
Scott, I really appreciate it, man.
Yeah,
Number
totally.
5.
Thanks again.
Number 5, but got some promo to do. Happy Sundays.
Happy Sundays is over. It happened.
It happened already. It already happened.
It might never happen again. We might skip a year, or we might do it again next year. We don't know. It's completely up in the air. Yeah, don't know.
So that's with that. So keep your ear to the ground. And I'm sure there'll be some posts about it or whatever.
Yeah.
Something.
There might be something. I don't know. We'll see. Everything is up in the air right now.
Everything's up in the air.
Regarding Happy Sundays.
Mm-hmm. Julia's new album, Sugar and Strawberry.
Sugar and Strawberry. Her birthday's the 21st. I think it comes out on the 20th. Okay. So, yeah.
So just keep an eye out for that.
Yeah.
That's Suicide Squeeze.
Suicide Squeeze and Happy Sundays Records.
Happy
Sundays Records is something we're really stoked on.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
So keep an eye out for that as well. In themouth.tv.
Themouth.tv. Check out the royalties. There's a lot of information. And any questions about that kind of stuff, reach out on Instagram or to me if you want. I'm totally cool with that because, like I said, got to help each other out. Royalties are complicated. And if you're making music, it's a very important thing because it slipped past me this whole time. Slipped past everyone my age this whole time, and it's weird. So yeah, and new Soft Palms record out January. And if you're a Grammy voting member, for your consideration, the new Soft Palms record. We don't know which categories. The Grammy organization, well, this was kind of weird about that is like you think of the Grammys and you think it's just like, the biggest pop music and it's all just them having a wank about, themselves.
Good word. Yeah.
But it's actually, the Recording Academy does a lot of good work when it comes to music. If you check out their website, they're always trying to pass legislation to protect musicians. They just passed the HITS Act. They helped pass the HITS Act, which is allows recording artists to write off up to $150,000 of expenses if they're making their record for their taxes.
That's rad. That's awesome.
They're fighting for like AI. I can't remember what it's called, but against AI in music, and they're working their ass off. Plus, they have music cares, which Julia and I both benefited a lot. Which is it's a like a nonprofit of theirs that helps pay for like medical bills or dentist bills or therapy bills for musicians. So check it out. I'm very impressed and was completely wrong in my views of the Grammys up until I actually like looked into it. So yeah, really great. If you're at all interested in that kind of thing, it's worth checking out.
Right on. Scott, thank you again.
Yeah,
Man.
thank you. Looking forward to number 6.
Yeah, it's gonna be great.
Cool.